Hi, this is Jack Godfrey, and this is Intermediate Qigong with Jack Godfrey. In today's video, we're working on some more movements from the open and filling the 8 vessels. And today it will be, well, we just finished Crescent Moon in the previous one, but today we're working on White Crane Points to the 7 Stars. And then following that, we'll be looking at and working on Ride the Tiger. So this video, as with all the others in this series, are done in a class format, which means that we work through a standing posture. We do some warm-up movements. We're going to work through an immune boosting series of movements. And then we get into the meat of the class, the couple movements from the open and filling the 8 vessels. One of the things I want to talk about briefly is how many repetitions to do and how long to hold. The 8 vessels is different from other series of Qigongs in that we hold the movements for an extended period of time rather than moving on rapidly from one to the next. Most Qigong movements, it's inhale, do one piece, exhale, do the next piece, inhale, exhale, and eventually you're done the movement, and then you move on and you do it again. In the open and filling the 8 vessels, you move into the posture and you hold it for an extended period of time. For most of these movements, you're able to lower your hips down a little bit lower, or keep them up high, depending on what flexibility and strength you have in your body. So with all of these things, you want to respect the limitations that your body wants you to do. We don't want to be in pain while we're working on these movements. It's a case of no pain, lots of gain. The other piece is how long do we hold the movements? In the videos that I'm doing, I hold them for a brief amount of time. For the open and filling the 8 vessels, I'm going to hold each side for about 2 cycles through the music. And since each of the cycles is 4 seconds for the inhale, 4 seconds for the exhale, I'm going to do 2 repetitions of that, which means that, well, actually it's 2 breaths, inhale, exhale, twice. You can, when you're doing these yourself, hold for an extended period of time, more breaths holding in the posture, then lowering down as much as you're comfortable, providing a challenge that is both at the limit of your ability, but also within your comfort zone. The other aspect of doing these movements in Qigong in general is how many times should I repeat them? And so there's the recommendation I got from my teacher is 1 time, 3 times, 5 times, 7 times, all the way up to 9 times. And 9 times was sort of the goal to work towards. And my teacher also recommended that you do an odd number. And the reason for this is if you do an even number of movements, well, then things are kind of balanced up. Think of it as a teeter-totter. So you do one side, you do the other side, you do one side, you do the other side, and here we are, we're all balanced up. And what we're looking to do is assist the qi moving through the body. So you do one side, and the other one's not there. Or you do one side, the other side, and we're back to the third side. So now we have an unbalanced situation. So the qi is going to flow from here to here and back again. So we do one side, we do the other side, we do this side. So that's 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So each time we do an odd number, we have an unbalanced situation within the body, and the qi is more readily able to flow from one place to another and help to heal the body as well. So looking to hold in a particular position for more than 1 breath, and repeat the movement an odd number of times. Now, after all of that talk, let's get on with today's lesson, class. And as I said earlier, we'll start with a standing posture, some warm-up movements, a few other things, and then we'll get into looking at white crane, points to the 7 stars, and after that, ride the tiger. So we're going to start today's class with embracing the heart. One of the standing movements, this one is done as part of the summertime in the 5-element theory. So in the spring, it's wood. In the summer, it's fire. In the late summer, it's earth. In the fall, it's metal. And in the winter, it's water. So we're approaching the beginning of summer. So we're going to be working on embracing the heart. So once again, we establish our foundation. Our feet are parallel. And the outside of the hips, the outside of the feet, one above the other. Lift the toes of one of the feet. Lift the heel. Swing it around and have the heel come down. It should just about touch the ball joint of the other foot. So lift the heel up again. Lift the toes up again so you pivot on the ball joint. Move the heel to the back and put the foot down. And we want to have the feet roughly parallel. So once again, it's going to depend on how your body is as to whether the feet need to be this way or you have to adjust in some fashion. So if there's discomfort in your body, you want to make sure you adjust the feet, the legs appropriately so that discomfort is minimized. Embracing the heart. Bend the knees ever so slightly. Grab the top of the hips. Push down with the thumbs. Pull the belly button into the body. So this gives a little bit of opening in the lower back. Pulling the belly button in. Lift the ribs. Drop the shoulders down the back. Lift the chin. Gaze towards the horizon. Take the top of the head up towards the heavens. And now the small triangle. You drift forward, weight in the toes, big toe, little toe, and the ball joint. This is a small triangle. Drift back into the large triangle. Big toe, little toe, heel. So weight in the heel. Small triangle, weight in the toes. Large triangle, weight in the heels. So now we want to be equal weight between the heels and the toes. Embracing the heart. Now that we've got the torso set up, you bring the arms around, grab a big beach ball and pull it into the upper chest. So you want to have the thumbs about the same height as the collarbone, the fingers pointing towards each other, elbows out to the side. So you inhale, drift forward onto the small triangle. Exhale, drift back onto the large triangle. And exhale. So each time there's a ding, change direction of the breath. Exhale. And we let the arms come on down. And so now we're going to be doing some warm-up movements from the Golden Chi Ball series and a few other places. And then we'll move into open and filling the 8 vessels with the selected movements for today's class. So the hands are wet. Shake the water off the hands. So this gets the elbows, the wrists, and the shoulders moving. So you get the shoulders going up and down. And then we add in the knees, the hips, and the ankles. And then finally, we add in the spine. So we look over the shoulder. We're here. And we look over this side. So you inhale, we're at the front. And then exhale, we twist to the side. Inhale, right in front. And exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. Then we'll do one more on each side. And we let the arms relax. So that was shaking the 9 gates. So 9 gates, places in the body where the energy flow tends to get restricted, constrained, and because the joints are stiff or they're inflamed. And so we're working on here and getting all of these joints moving. So the 9 gates, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, the hips, the knees, the ankles, the lower back, the ribs, and the neck. These are the 9 major spots in the body where the flow of qi tends to get disrupted because they're stiff or they're inflamed. And we're working to loosen those joints up and get the qi moving out to the extremities. So you should have had warm hands, warm feet as a result of this. Now next is standing on a boat. So for this guy, we're on the small triangle. We lift the ribs, lift the arms, lift the gaze. And then exhale. We're on the large triangle. So you inhale, we come forward, we lift the ribs, lift the tailbone, lift the chin. This is a dragon's back. And then exhale, a turtle back as we drop the ribs, drop the chin, tuck the tailbone in so we're stretching the back. So you inhale, stretch the front of the body. Exhale, stretch the back of the body. So inhaling. Inhale. And exhale. So we'll do once more here. All right, and now we're going to move on to, we want to do some side-to-side movement here. So we're going to be doing Crescent Moon today. So put all the weight in this leg. Point this foot out to the side a little bit. Now bring the body over here. And we're going to do a variation on Crescent Moon. So you put your hand, thumb on the sternum, fingers just at the bottom of the ribs. Bring this hand up over top. And so we're pushing like this. And the elbow points up so the hand can be flat or it can be pushing like so. And then we come around to the other side. So the feet are parallel. We point this foot away, bring this hand up. The other hand over top. Then we come around again. So looking to stretch the side of the body here a little bit. Once more on each side. Last side coming up. And we come back to the center. And now we're going to pull down the heavens 3 times. Gather the qi from the earth. Look up to the heavens. Turn to the opposite side and bring the qi down from the heavens and in to the brass basin. Last one. All right, so now we're going to do our immune boosting series briefly. And so for this, we need to be in our stacking of the bone stance. So shoulder, ribs, ribs, shoulder, ribs, hip, ankle, all in a pile. This leg bent, this leg straight, and the feet more or less parallel. We're over here checking the same thing out. We want a stack of bones on this side and a stack of bones on this side. So this series consists of 3 movements done repetitively. So we start with standing on a boat. So it's inhale, we draw the chi up from the earth. And exhale, we bring it down, in to the brass basin. So we do this twice. So inhale, exhale. And now we gather turbid chi from the body and we expel it. And then we do it with the other side. And now we gather the chi from the earth, bring it down from the heavens. And now we gather fresh chi and bring it in to the brass basin. Now inhale, draw the chi up from the earth, bring it down from the heavens. We do it again. And now we expel turbid chi. And we expel it the opposite way as well. So inhale, exhale. Now we gather fresh chi. So once more through the cycle. So we're expelling turbid chi from the body, gathering the chi from the earth and bringing it down from the heavens. Now we gather fresh chi and bring it in to the brass basin. And we wrap this up with standing on a boat. Last one. All right, so now we come back to our narrow stance here. We're going to move into the open and filling the 8 vessels. Previously, we did 7 stars, press the earth, like so. So the feet make a number 7, this knee bent, and so we're here. So we did this guy. And of course, you did it on the other side as well. And then we had divide heaven and earth. So once again, stack the bones, but this time you lift the heel. This leg, that arm is high, and the other hand's behind the back. And you lower down as you're comfortable. Of course, then we did it on the other side as well. And then we had standing in ba to press the 2 poles. So for standing in the ba, the feet are close together. You turn the heels out, you turn the toes in, and you have the knees touch here. And so you want to have the heels turned out a bit to protect the knees. And then we push the 2 poles. And then you take a break and we do it again. And then the next one after that was twist like a rope. And so we're back into that stacking of the bones stance here. Well, actually, for this one, it's a little more dynamic than that. We twist the leg. The back foot's turned off to the side a little bit. You lift the heel, and then you turn, and we're here like this. So you can see a little better what's going on. We'll step forward with the other foot. So twist like a rope. Once again, we're stacked up here over this front leg. Wrap this hand around the rope. The other hand comes here, and we twist the body as well, and we lower down as we're comfortable. Of course, you get to do it on the other side. So the leg that's in front, that arm, the hand twists. The other hand comes underneath. We turn the body and we look behind us as we lower down. And so that was twist like a rope. And then we covered briefly Crescent Moon. So for this guy, it's the stacking the bones once again. This foot's out to the side. You bring the hands up like this. Top hand, palm points up to the heavens. Bottom hand pushes away from you, like, and the fingers and thumbs come together. This elbow points up, and we're here like this. And we're looking through and we hold here. And then we move to the opposite side. And so that's a quick review of what we covered in previous videos. So if you want to see detailed teaching on those, look at the other videos that in this Qigong Intermediate series. And now we're going to focus on the next 2, which is White Crane points to the 7 stars. This is a balancing movement, which means it's a crane. They're always standing on one leg, hence the name. White Crane points to the 7 stars. So you put all the weight on one foot, and you want to establish a good foundation here. Equal weight between the heels and the toes. So we talked at the beginning about that small triangle, the front of the foot, the large triangle, the whole foot. So you can have a weight in the heel or weight in the toes. And really what you want to do is have weight centered over the foot, the knee slightly bent, the toes spread out, gripping the earth. So the toes and the heels have equal weight. You take this other leg, and we're going to lift it up. You lift it, you can just touch with the toe. So depending on how good your balance is, you may have the toe touching all the time. You may be able to bring it up a little bit and go, nope, nope, nope. You know, it's like, okay, my balance is good. And you can also get a touch to keep the balance going. You can bring the leg against the knee. Eventually you can show off and hold the leg up for an extended period of time. The idea is you're working on improving your balance. So if you can't hold the leg up for 4 or 5 breaths and you have to keep touching, well, that's good. Over time, things may improve. And then you're going to be working on the series again someday and you go, well, I was able to hold it longer than that. Today my balance isn't so good. And so that, things will change. Do the best you can. Now, so the White Crane bit is leg up, either toe touch the floor against the knee or out here in the open, whatever works for you. So that's the White Crane part. White Crane points to the 7 stars. The 7 stars are over there, sort of behind you a little bit. And so you go like this, and we got a bit of a turn, a bit of a twist in the body. In this leg, toe touch, or bring it up. Eventually, you're going to want this elbow and the knee to come close to each other. So White Crane points to the 7 stars. And with all the rest of the movements in this series, you hold for an extended period of time. So I'm doing it through 2 cycles, 2 breaths. So inhale, exhale, to the bell. So let's see how well we do here. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And then we come on down and we move to the opposite side. So we have all the weight on this leg. Equal weight between the small triangle, the front of the foot, and the large triangle, the back of the foot. This again, this guy, you know, toe touch, heel, foot, leg, what? Oh geez, you know, the foot against the leg, above or below the knee, or up here in the air, whatever works for you. So that's the white crane part, pointing to the 7 stars. It's here, it's behind me. I have a twist in the torso, and my palms are up, pointing to the 7 stars. I'm looking over the top hand. So I either have the toe touching the leg up here, or up here in the air. And so we hang out for 2 cycles. So inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhale. And we'll do once more on each side. So we're here like this. Sorry, that was one of the other movements. So white crane points to the 7 stars. Bit of a twist in the torso. So the elbow and the knee are heading towards each other. Either have the foot in the air or the toe touching the floor with just a little bit of weight on it for balance. As you can tell, my balance kind of sucks today. And that's the way it is. Some days are good, some days are less good. All right, so that was 2 cycles on each side for the breath. Now we're going to move into Ride the Tiger. So for Ride the Tiger, we need to start out in horse stance. So stacking the bones, shoulder, ribs, hips, ankle, all in a pile, like so. And then turn the toes out, turn the heels out. So this is horse riding stance. So for Ride the Tiger, we need to actually be in bow stance. So to get there, you put the weight here, you turn this foot. Now this is half horse, so 1 foot straight ahead, 1 foot this way. You shift the weight here, get the knee over the ankle. Then take this back foot, turn it so the heel is further away, the toes are pointing off to the side. Head, knee, ankle, all in a pile. For bow stance, you want to lower the hips down, so eventually the thigh is parallel to the floor. You got to move this leg back in order to have room to lower down. So eventually you find a place where you're comfortable, but are challenging the body a little bit. So the head, the knee, the ankle, one above the other. And you bring the leg that's back, that arm is by, the hand is by the knee. So close the fist lightly, other hand up above the head, and we turn and we look towards the open side of the body. So this is Ride the Tiger. This hand is at the top of my vision. This hand is down by the knee. And we're looking into the distance. And we hold here for several breaths. And again, you inhale, then you exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling again, exhale. And then you come up. So this foot turns and this foot turns And now we're in horse riding stance again. Shift the weight here. Sorry. Shift the weight, because we're going to go this way now. Weight here. Turn this foot. So now we're in half horse. This foot's pointing to the side. To get to bow stance, take this leg, turn the heel away, bring the foot forward a little bit. So what you have is a channel, a path. It's like a railroad track. This leg's on one track, this is on the other. And we have space between the feet. This gives us side-to-side stability. Lower the hips down. Head, knee, ankle, all in a pile. You may need to move this back foot further back as you lower the hips. And now, the leg that's back, that arm comes around by the knee. The leg that's forward, that hand comes up by the head. We turn and we look towards the open side of the body. And so we're here like this. And we hold for several breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then we turn the back foot, turn the front foot, and we come back into horse riding stance again. And now we'll do once more on each side. Turn the foot, take the back foot and turn the heel away. And remember, we have that channel here, head, knee, ankle, all in a pile. And if you can lower the hips further, take this leg back a bit and lower the hips down. Protect the knee, protect the head. Turn, look to the open side of the body. The leg that's forward, that arm is high. The leg that's back, that arm is by the knee. You're looking to have a straight line from the back of the head through the hips to the heel, more or less. And now we come up and we'll do the other side again. So we're back in horse stance. Put the weight here. Bring this foot here. Turn the back foot, so the toes are pointing forward and the heel is back. This foot's pointing straight ahead. Hand by the knee, hand by the head. Lower the hips down, lean forward a little bit. Head, knee, ankle, all in a pile. And then we come on out. And that was Ride the Tiger. And we've run out of time for our class. There's actually only one movement left, and that's natural palms point to the heavens. And we'll cover that in the next session. So, thank you all for coming today. We'll pull down the heavens to wrap up this part of the session. So, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. All right, so thank you for coming to today's class, and we'll see you in some of the other videos.